at it again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to UWW's Wrestling Roundup, the European Olympic Games Qualifier Edition. I'm your host, Eric Olenowski. A total of 36 Olympic qualification spots were up for grabs last week as more than 200 wrestlers entered the European Olympic Qualifier with one thing in mind: punch their nation's ticket to the Tokyo Olympic Games. Coming up on today's show, we're talking about the continued success of rising Armenian star Vasgen TEVANYAN, Sofia MATTSSON's marvelous performance en route to earning Sweden their 53-kilo Olympic berth, and Russia earning their 5th Olympic qualification spot in Greco-Roman wrestling. That and much more is coming up on UWW's Wrestling Roundup. Before we get into the meat of things, we'll start by saying wrestlers who won their semifinal matchups qualified their nations to compete at the Tokyo Olympic Games. Now, most of these wrestlers who competed in Budapest will represent their nation in Tokyo, but the allocations actually belong to the National Olympic Committee, who will determine representatives according to the rules and procedures of their respective national federations. Now, once again, you qualify a nation and not an individual wrestler. In freestyle action, Vasgen TEVANYAN answered the biggest question hovering over the freestyle portion of the event. Could he replicate his magical performance from December's individual World Cup, where he stunned then reigning world bronze medalist from Hungary, Ismail Musakayev, to win 65-kilo gold? He did that again this weekend, and he answered the questions doing so with flying colors. The 21-year-old rising star reached the finals with 4 wins, 3 of which came against former world medalists, including Vladimir Dubov of Bulgaria, world and Olympic champion Vladimir Kinchigashvili of Georgia, and then he ended the day with a 9-0 shutout win over 3-time world champion from Azerbaijan, Haji Aliyev. Armenia also collected a berth at 57 kilos through another rising star. That was Arsen Haratunyan. Haratunyan won gold with an 8-3 win over Georgi Vangelov of Bulgaria. And talking about a collection, how about Belarus? Belarus came away with the best national performance in freestyle, adding 3 tickets and berths at 86, 97, and 125 via wins for Ali Shabanov, Alexander Hussein, and Zianis Kremenenko. Let's take a look at the nations who have qualified for the Olympic Games in freestyle. We'll start at 57, where it's Bulgaria and Armenia. At 65, Azerbaijan and Armenia. At 74, it was Azerbaijan and Georgia. At 86, it was Belarus and Turkey. And again at 97, it was Belarus and Turkey. And at 125 kilograms, it was Germany and Belarus. Moving to the women's wrestling portion of the competition, Sofia MATTSSON continued her year of dominance, earning an Olympic berth for Sweden at 53 kilos with a gold medal over Belarus's former world champion Vanessa Kaladinskaya. In January, MATTSSON defeated world champion Jakara Winchester in the finals at the Henri Duglen, making that back-to-back gold medals, but more importantly, back-to-back gold medals over world champions for Sofia MATTSSON. Ukraine's Irina Kolyadenenko impressed at 62, shutting out Belarus's Maria Mamiashuk and Mariana Cherdavarty of Moldova before posting a 15-4 win over European champion and 2-time world bronze medalist from Latvia, Anastasia Grigorieva. At 76 kilos, Natalia Vorobyova punched Russia's ticket to the Tokyo Olympic Games alongside world silver medalist Vasilisa Marzialuk of Belarus. Should Vorobyova represent Russia in Tokyo, she has the opportunity to become the first non-Japanese woman to win a pair of Olympic medals. She won gold in London and silver in Rio. And also a massive note to keep track of at 76 kilos, 2018 world champion Yasmin Adar of Turkey missed out on a qualification spot, losing in the quarterfinals. So you will see Adar in Bulgaria come May. Here are your 12 qualifiers in women's wrestling. At 50 kilograms, it was Turkey in Bulgaria. At 53, Belarus in Sweden. At 57, Bulgaria and Ukraine. At 62, Latvia and Ukraine. At 68, France and Russia. At 76 kilos, Belarus and Russia. Moving to Greco-Roman action, the Russian Federation was stunned after Milad Aliarzayev failed to qualify 87 kilos for the Tokyo Olympics. However, the Russian Federation has now qualified 5 of 6 weights thanks to 2018 world champions Alexander Chihurkin and Sergei Semenov, who qualified at 77 and 130 kilos respectively. Chihurkin stepped in late for the new father and 2-time Olympic champion Roman Vlasov, so we'll have to keep an eye out for who will be Russia's guy moving forward at 77 kilos come Tokyo. While we're talking about 77 and 130 kilos, it's worth noting that Bozo Starcevic reached the 77 kilo finals and nabbed Croatia their first Greco-Roman qualifier, and at 130, Mantas Kanistautas of Lithuania gave his nation their first Tokyo Olympian. Let's keep things rolling and look at 67 kilos, where 33-year-old, soon to be 34-year-old, Bilant Korpaze qualified Hungary for the Olympic Games. Not only did he do that, he also received a Lexus sports utility vehicle from the Hungarian Olympic Committee president, as he picked up 3 wins, including one over European champion from Norway, Morten Thoresen, en route to the finals, where he injury defaulted to Ramas Zodadze. Here are your 12 qualifiers in Greco-Roman wrestling. At 60, it was Turkey and Germany. At 67, Hungary and Georgia. At 77, Russia and Croatia. At 87, Azerbaijan and Georgia. At 97, Bulgaria and Finland. At 130, Russia and Lithuania. That'll do it for our coverage of the 2021 European Olympic Qualifier live from Budapest, Hungary. The qualification journey continues for the Tokyo Olympic Games, April 2nd through the 4th, as wrestlers from Africa and Oceania converge in Tunisia for the African and Oceania Olympic Qualifier. Following that will be the Asian Olympic Qualifiers, April 9th through 11th. And we'll end the journey for the Tokyo Olympic Games at the World and Olympic Qualifier in Sofia, Bulgaria, May 6th through 9th. To follow all of the event coverage coming up for those Olympic qualifiers, you can do so live on UWW.org or on our social media channels. That'll do it for this episode of UWW's Wrestling Roundup. We'll see you back here April 2nd through the 4th for the African and Oceania Olympic Qualifier. Until then, so long, wrestling fans.